Welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving into something really exciting, a massive architectural shift happening right now in the digital space. We're talking about LINKSPREED LLC's brand new foundational update to the W4 Classic templates inside Web4 Studio. We'll unpack exactly how this new infrastructure is completely flipping the script on how we build communities and interact online. So think about this for a second. Are you a user or are you a stakeholder? For the last decade or so, the internet has been built almost entirely around passive consumption. We all know the drill, right? You log in, you mindlessly scroll through an algorithmic feed, you generate a ton of data for somebody else's profit, and then you log out. But thankfully, the tides are turning. We're actively shifting away from that extractive, passive model and moving rapidly toward real, active community ownership. It's like we're moving from just renting a tiny apartment in the digital world to actually owning the whole building. You actually get a stake in the foundation, the governance, and the overall value of the community. Here's our roadmap for peeling back the onion today. First, the SNaaS revolution. Second, a new visual foundation. Third, the modular plugin ecosystem. Fourth, AI-powered social networks. And finally, owning your digital future. Okay, let's dive right into Section 1, the SNaaS revolution. Before we get into all the shiny technical upgrades, we really need to understand the fundamental philosophy driving all of this. We're all super familiar with the traditional SaaS model, software as a service. It works, it's highly functional, but let's face it, it's totally passive. You pay your monthly fee, you use the software exactly how the provider tells you to, and, well, that's it. That's the whole relationship. But what LINKSPREED is bringing to the table here is NaaS, Social Network as a Service, and this is a total game changer. It's an active, community-driven approach that completely flips that top-down rental dynamic on its head. Instead, it operates bottom-up. It's all about empowering the community. The infrastructure literally adapts to what the community needs, rather than forcing everyone to adapt to rigid software. So let's lock in the exact definition here. SNaaS is a framework designed to empower creators, businesses, and developers with sophisticated community building tools. And guys, this is not just some clever marketing jargon. It's the absolute core engineering concept behind the entire W4 Classic template. SNaaS provides the actual, literal infrastructure you need to construct a highly tailored, deeply professional environment for your specific audience. You're not just grabbing some generic off-the-shelf product, you are getting the foundational tools to design a vibrant, self-sustaining network from the ground up.
Moving right along to Section 2, a new visual foundation.
If the core architecture is the concrete foundation of your digital house, well, this is the interior design and the curb appeal. By streamlining that underlying code, the LINKSPREED team pulled off 3 massive UI and UX improvements. First up, enhanced visual fidelity. Basically, we're talking about a gorgeous, modern, pixel-perfect aesthetic that puts absolute priority on clarity. And when you're building a super app where users are juggling a ton of dense features all at once, visual clarity is absolutely crucial. It prevents that dreaded cognitive overload and lets your unique brand identity really shine. Second, optimized performance. We are talking lightning-fast load times and incredibly fluid transitions. So if your platform suddenly goes viral and you get hit with a massive wave of heavy traffic, the interface stays snappy and responsive. No more frustrating bottlenecks. And third, deep customization. They've seriously expanded the white labeling capabilities here, meaning you can mold this template into a completely unique digital universe. The end result? A platform that looks incredibly professional and honestly just feels completely natural to use. But here's the really crucial takeaway. While that visual facelift is stunning, and let's be real, absolutely necessary for keeping users around, the real magic of this update is happening beneath the surface. The most impactful changes are happening entirely under the hood. All that visual polish is really just the launchpad for a much more complex, powerhouse back-end architecture. Which brings us perfectly to Section 3, the modular plugin ecosystem. All right, so we're moving out of the front-end design and diving straight into the technical architecture. LINKSPREED is rolling out a professional plugin infrastructure that is built specifically for pure modularity. So how does this actually help you scale your platform in the real world? Let's walk through it. Step 1. You can launch a simple, streamlined community feed, perfect for just getting your core audience onboarded and chatting. But then step 2, as your community grows and their needs inevitably change, your developers can just effortlessly hot swap features and drop in third-party tools. The immense value here is that you can plug in, say, a brand new monetization tool or a complex discussion forum without ever touching or risking the core code base. It literally eliminates those huge developer costs and frustrating downtimes that usually come with scaling up. And then step 3, Because of all that modular flexibility, you seamlessly grow that initial simple feed into a full-scale enterprise super app. It becomes this infinitely scalable ecosystem that grows exactly when and exactly how you need it to. Now, let's look at Section 4, AI-powered social networks. Now, what's really fascinating about this next part is that the future of social networking isn't just about being highly scalable, it's about being deeply intelligent. Think of these new Web4 AI layers like installing a state-of-the-art smart home system into that digital house we talked about earlier. First up, we have intelligent content orchestration. This provides automated moderation and curation that actually understands context. So it's not just basic clumsy keyword blocking. It comprehends nuance, catching and preventing toxic environments before they even have a chance to form. Next, we have enhanced engagement. These AI-driven interaction tools are essentially designed to be a community manager's best friend. They help maintain a vibrant, active ecosystem without the manager burning out by automatically facilitating connections and sparking relevant discussions. And finally, predictive analytics. Powered by some seriously impressive proprietary AI models, this layer hands you deep, actionable insights into your community's health, retention rates, and emerging user trends. When you put all three of these layers together, you get a network that is incredibly efficient, largely autonomous, and practically self-regulating. And finally, Section 5, owning your digital future. We've talked a lot about modularity, fancy AI integrations, and structural upgrades, but honestly, why does this matter to the everyday builder? Well, it all comes down to one absolutely vital concept: digital sovereignty. You are not just launching yet another social network. You're deploying an infrastructure that genuinely respects user data. And the absolute bedrock of that sovereignty is the UID, the Universal Intelligent ID. Basically, this is an integration that secures user data and strictly enforces platform ownership. It guarantees that the platform places control right back where it belongs, with the community and the creators themselves. So, all that amazing value generated by your network, it's not being extracted by some faceless third-party corporation miles away. It's retained, secured, and protected right within your specific ecosystem. To really hammer home the human-centric philosophy behind this whole architecture, check out this quote directly from the team at LINKSPREED. They state, "The transition from SaaS to SNaaS is about moving from being a user to being a stakeholder. With the updated W4 Classic template, we are giving our partners the keys to a truly professional, extensible, and intelligent digital home." I love that. It perfectly captures the core mission here: fueling the Web4 era by transforming everyday passive users into active and franchised stakeholders. So, as we wrap up today's explainer, I want to leave you with a thought to chew on. Knowing all of this, are you ready to step up and claim true ownership of your digital community? Your community absolutely deserves a professional, secure, and intelligent foundation that actually scales right alongside their wildest ambitions. Thanks for joining me today. Keep exploring, keep building, and I'll catch you in the next one.